Welcome to Brew Builds. I came up into my attic space a couple weeks ago to do some work and I noticed my tankless hot water heater was leaking. Well, I'm getting tired of having to come up here twice a day to empty out this container, so now it's time to get this fixed.
I noticed this leaking water a couple weeks ago. I ended up removing this cover to get to the heat exchanger. I was hoping to find a loose connection that I could tighten, but the entire unit was very corroded. The water is dripping down in this area and getting on some of the wiring and electronics, which is concerning. This does have a 15-year warranty on the heat exchanger. It's been close to 15 years. I didn't think it'd be worth the hassle of trying to fix this using the warranty, so instead of repairing this one, I ended up buying a replacement online. This is the Takagi AT-K5U-IN tankless water heater. It's the replacement model of what I currently own. Looks to be about the same size. However, according to the website, this brand has been discontinued, which is probably why I got such a good deal on this one. On the bottom, there is the cold water inlet that has a filter, then the connection for the hot water outlet and the gas line.
So it looks like it pretty much should be an exact replacement, and there's not that many connections. You just have the cold water line and the hot water line, and then there's the gas line and the exhaust vent. The controller on the new one is actually on the front of the unit, and then I just have the AC plug that I need to plug in. When you take off the water lines, you will have water drain out, so make sure you have something available to catch that water in.
I'll shut off the gas line by rotating the valve 90 degrees, shut off the cold water line, then unplug the unit. Release the pressure in the hot water line by turning on a faucet. There will still be some water in the system, so just be prepared. Turn the nuts counterclockwise to loosen. These use a rubber washer to seal, so they shouldn't be that tight. I'll let this drain a bit before removing the hose completely. The cold water line is in a different place on the new unit, but that shouldn't be an issue. Whoa. I hope this stops soon. As you can see, I've had a bit of water spray all over the place. I'm using a 3/4 inch black pipe union to connect the gas line to the heater. Hopefully the gas inlet is in the same place on the new one. I really should paint these fittings when I'm done. I don't like seeing the rust on them. Last thing is to remove the exhaust ducting. These water heaters require a stainless steel exhaust vent. I was shocked 15 years ago when the venting cost almost as much as the heater did. This has a hose clamp at every junction. I'll loosen them all up so I'll be able to wiggle this out of here. Okay, truly the last step. I need to take the screws out that are holding it onto the wall. I need to take off the other half of the union so I can put it on the new heater's gas inlet. Before I go any further, let me point out this warning on the box. This product is only to be installed by a licensed professional. Installation done by anyone other than a licensed professional will result in the nullification of all warranties. With that, I will say if you're installing the water heater in a new location, the installation manual is very good with plenty of warnings to discourage you from doing it yourself. But there are a lot of pages showing you how to install it properly and safely. The location is very important to make sure it has enough air to work properly. If the space is too small, you will need to add a direct vent intake to the outside to get enough fresh air into the unit. there are tables and equations to help you calculate the space volume required for the unit. Exhaust vent termination is also important, so gases can safely leave your house and not enter back in through a window or another appliance. If you don't understand all this stuff, hire a licensed professional who does. You need to determine yourself if you have the skill and the knowledge to take on a project like this. Since I'm replacing the old unit with the same type in the same space, and there's just 2 water lines, a gas line, and the exhaust venting, I'm confident in my abilities to do this. Okay, back to getting the new one installed. I like using this number 5 pipe thread sealant on gas fittings compared to Teflon tape. Just make sure you get an even amount covering all the threads. You want to tighten a gas pipe fitting with a wrench about 1.5 to 2 rotations after it is hand tight. Alright, the gas inlet lined up perfectly. Check that it is level side to side and front to back. Put the mounting screws back in. Connect the gas line, the hot water hose and cold water hose, and attach the exhaust vent. The instructions say to install a 3-inch elbow that will fit on top of the air inlet. This is to keep stuff from falling into the heater. I still need to pick one up. I just need to tighten all the connections, and then I can turn everything back on and then check for leaks. You do need to have a high pressure release valve connected to the hot water line. Check to make sure that there is one installed. I'll turn the gas on first and check for leaks. I have a Top Test gas meter that I did a video on a while back. It's a convenient way to check for a gas leak around your house. It's not detecting anything, which is good. If you don't have a gas meter, you can use some leak detector liquid as well. Use liberal amounts on all the gas joints. This will start to bubble if there is a leak. Alright, let's turn the water back on and plug it in. Well, this is leaking. I'm going to take this off and replace the rubber washer. I didn't really like the look of it. It should be a standard garden hose type washer. Just pop it out and put a new one in. That looks better. Let's power it on. Well, that was undramatic. I guess I need some water flowing.
Hi.
Hey, could you turn the hot water on?
On. Okay.
Okay, you should have some hot water there shortly. It's quieter than the other one. Do you feel anything yet?
No.
It shows the temperature setting. Default is 120 degrees.
So cold.
The temperature of the water coming in and the temperature of the water going out.
I think it's starting to come through. Yeah.
It also shows the output volume in gallons per minute.
We have hot water again without the drips. This was easy for me to install, especially since it was basically a replacement unit. The gas line intake was in the exact same spot as the old unit, as well as the exhaust vent. And then I just had to connect the cold water line and the hot water line. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other videos I have on brew builds. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to register this and see if I qualify for the warranty, even though I'm not a licensed professional installer. We'll see what happens. It's starting to get a bit hot up in this attic space and I'm starting to sweat, so I'm out of here.